Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all having a great day so far. In today's video, I'll be going over who qualifies to receive a plus-up payment from the IRS. I also have some news about your Social Security benefits, SSI and SDI payments, and of course a fourth round of stimulus checks. But do you guys think that the Social Security benefits should be increased this year, in 2021? If you do, then let's get this video to 1,000 likes. Now folks, some of you are confused about who will be receiving a plus-up payment. And if you guys didn't know, plus-up payments are part of the third round of stimulus checks from the American Rescue Plan. These payments are additional checks that the IRS is sending to people who did not receive the proper amount of money from earlier payments back in March. And if you received a third stimulus check, or a smaller stimulus check than you should have received, you are also eligible for a plus-up payment. According to the IRS, there are actually a few different reasons why you didn't receive the proper amount of money the first time around. On the IRS, it states that these plus-up payments could include a situation where a person's income dropped in 2020 compared to 2019, or a person had included a dependent on a 2020 tax return, and other situations. The IRS has already begun processing plus-up payments on April 1st, so if your income dropped in 2020 compared to 2019, then you may be receiving a plus-up payment. Also everybody, if you still have not received your $1,400 check, you may need to file a 2020 tax return. The IRS says that some federal benefit recipients may need to file a 2020 tax return even if they don't usually file, because that's going to provide the information needed to the IRS. Now folks, remember the tax season extended to May 17th, and you will need to file recovery rate credit on your 2020 return if you need to claim any of the $1,200 or $600 from the previous two rounds of stimulus. After filing your tax return, you can receive your money as a larger tax refund or a smaller tax bill if you owe taxes. Now folks, for the latest news around your Social Security benefits, you may know that your own Social Security benefits are reduced if you claim them before your full retirement age, which currently is either 66 or 67 years old. According to about 69% of the 43.7 million retired workers in 2018 received reduced benefits because they tapped into them before their full retirement age. That's according to the Social Security Administration. The earliest you can file for Social Security benefits is at the age of 62 years old. Also keep in mind that you would not get the benefit from your own record and the spousal benefit. You get the higher of the two. If your monthly benefit at age 62 would be less than $650, you'd get $650. If your benefits are more, you would get no spousal benefit. But meanwhile, if your spouse is not already receiving benefits and you're applying for your Social Security benefits, you do not qualify for spousal payments. Not yet, at least. So that's all the news, everybody, around your Social Security benefits and of course the stimulus checks.
Infrastructure in America is really all about. Just ask a working mom if childcare is part of her infrastructure. You know, ask parents right now who, even my own family, where husband or wife had to decide who was going to step away from their job and stay home with kids so that they could Zoom their schooling, or that rural hospital, like where my mom was, director of nursing in northern Michigan, that is now doing so much on telehealth, dependent on high-speed internet to be able to proceed. And so you're right, it's roads, bridges, water, sewer systems.
This has been a long and difficult journey for the American public. The country has been shut down in one form or another for more than a year now, and people have missed birthday parties, weddings, baseball games, going out to restaurants. It is difficult, it is hard, and what he's asking people to do is to sacrifice a little bit longer. And he will continue to make that case and make that argument. Now, while we saw the baseball game, as you noted, and other events over the weekend, and we certainly anticipate as the weather gets warmer, there will be a temptation. We've also seen communities where local mayors, businesses have conveyed to their communities that we need to hang together, we need to remain vigilant, we need to wear masks, and we will get through this together.
Republican and independent and Democratic support for this package among the American people.
Not necessarily in Congress, however. I want to give you another fact check. All of you in the Biden administration have been selling this plan as a huge jobs creator. Here you are just last Sunday.
The American Jobs Plan is about a generational investment. It's going to create 19 million jobs, and we're talking about economic growth that's going to go on for years and years.
But it turns out the study you're citing from Moody's Analytics says the economy will add 16.3 million jobs without the infrastructure bill and 2.7 million more with it. So it doesn't, as you said last Sunday, create 19 million jobs. Again, Secretary Buttigieg, why mislead folks?
Well, you're right, I should have been more precise. The 19 million jobs that'll be created are more than the jobs that'll be created if we don't do the plan. And it's very important to make this point. As you just showed us,
2 million more,
Moody's is
not
saying that
19
we will
million.
create 2.7 million. Yeah, exactly. It'll create 2.7 million more jobs than if we don't do it. And that's very important because there are people on this network and others saying with a straight face that this would somehow reduce the number of jobs. In fact, at least according to that Moody's analysis, 2.7 million additional jobs if we pass this package. Just further proof that it's good for the economy, and taken as a whole, it's going to add jobs compared to doing nothing.
But would you agree that you and the president and Brian Deese, the economic advisor on this program last week, you all exaggerated the jobs impact?
Look, there are a lot of different analyses about just how many million jobs this is going to create. I saw a Georgetown study. I think it said an investment of this type will create or save
Secretary,
10 to 15
you're the
million.
one who
The point is,
cited
it's
Moody's
going to
analysis.
create
You're the one who cited
Promises were made to them by their employers, and those promises were not kept. 30 years ago, more than a third of private sector workers had a guaranteed defined benefit pension plan. Today, fewer than 18% do, and that number is shrinking every day. The result is that many of our parents and our grandparents are trying to survive on totally inadequate incomes. Millions of seniors today are trying to make ends meet, buy the medicine they need, buy the food they require, or heat their homes on incomes of $12,000 or $13,000 a year. Frankly, I don't know how they do it. And the truth is that many of them really don't do it. Many of them don't take the medicine that they should. Many of them live in homes that are too cold in the winter. Many of them don't get the nutrition they need in order to stay healthy. That is not how we should treat the seniors of this country, some of the most vulnerable people in the United States. At a time when the average Social Security benefit
back. And one of the amazing things about this is the racial wealth gap. Black and brown communities are shouldering a larger burden of the student debt. The average Black borrower owns more than 100% of their loan balance, even after 12 years of college. So this is not only a problem for the whole country, for the economy, and for students past and present and their families.
Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a like. Until next time, everybody, have a great day and stay safe.